have or feel or don't feel. Like, you see how that's resistance. It's not what we want. And so you practice it a whole bunch in the moment, because that's the only moment we have. It's like when he was talking and I was getting this and having this revelation, I had to share it now. I could have emailed him and talked to him tomorrow or whatever, but it would have not had the power for me, as well as him, as well as you in this moment, if I wouldn't have shared it in the moment. See, like, I have a hard time going back and sharing things like that happened last week, or, you know, it's getting pretty bad for me. Like, if I don't share Monday night with Robin before Tuesday night, and then I don't talk to her about what's going on here in this setting until like Thursday, Friday, I don't even remember it. Like, I have no idea. So it's really important that I share for her to be connected, to feel connected, to be a part of this relationship that we have here. Like, I got to share pretty quickly, otherwise it's gone. You know, I haven't been watching the videos as much lately, so until the last 2 days. But it's really important to share your information immediately with yourself and the people around you. Because something else is going to come up. Life. Pain. Old story. Or new story. If you're building off of that, I mean, look at today. For you, yeah. I mean, take this moment in time and align it up with day one of walking in here, or a month ago, or 2 months ago, and then line up your thoughts, feelings, and emotions to your thoughts, feelings, and emotions today. And be aware of all that. And be like, holy cow, that's really fucking awesome. Yeah. And then you're like, that's the juice. That rolls you into the next moment in time, the next day. Like, I had no idea that this could be the outcome. Like, back then, I would have never thought that today was a possibility. Yeah. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That's seeing things for what they are and building off of the new story. Like, holy cow. Just because I think it or feel it doesn't make it so. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. And when I allow myself to be vulnerable, which sometimes means people telling me what the possibilities are, then I get to experience things that are greater than my thoughts, feelings, or emotions.
Wow. Wow, that's great.
And that's what I've consistently been able to do in my life, is bring that to the forefront rather than me being taken down to the where you're coming from. Because really I'm outnumbered. Right? Always have been. But my energy is always more than the negative possibility of the old story. Always has been. An important part of making sure that my energy, like this creation energy, is on the front side is to communicate in the moment. How many times do you think Mark's walked in this door, ignored me, and I've dealt with it in the moment? How many times? Like every time. because that is what gives me the upper hand in that moment, in that energy. Well, that's the same thing in communicating to yourself. Is like the thought comes into your head, then you get the icky feeling, and your tummy starts going rumble, and you know, that's the time to share your information with yourself. That's the time. That's where the power is to overcome the old story. The longer you get away from that time, the less power you have. And so, yeah, I'm the guy that communicates right away, all the way. And it's probably not going to create a lot of happy hearts in the moment. Like, but on the other side of it, it does. And one thing for sure is it frees me up of the thought, feeling, or emotion. And so you think about
but
that.
Aren't you required to do that? If you want to get authentic?
Required by who?
Well, isn't that your responsibility? Like, if you see someone whose whole story, you're to point it out, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Isn't that authentic communication?
Yes. So if I'm who I say I am, then absolutely. So that's just an indicator.
I just want to make sure that, like, that's not optional, right? Like, because
it never has been.
Everything I've learned up to this point is like, that's not optional. So
no.
Because you're doing that, to me, that's what you're going to do, which is why you did it to me.
It's what I do. It's the reason why I do it to everyone. So when you're feeling all sad about yourself because you think you're getting picked on because you're still the fresh meat new guy, remember this moment in time. It's not you, it's me. Like, it really has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me and my committed relationship with myself, which requires me to be who I say I am, which is always a work in progress. I ain't perfect, dude.